my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato GMO achievement run, where we're going to go for one of the suggested class combinations from the developer of the mod. Let's see what's next. We've got Gladiator and Demon up next. That's a really interesting combination. I think that that's going to be kind of difficult. So that is all melee weapons, which means obviously because of the Gladiator, which means obviously we won't be able to use the Ghost Scepter to gain additional HP on Demon. On the other hand, Demon's economy is just so good that I think it might help win anyways, and Gladiator is a very powerful class as well. So we have minus luck, minus attack speed, but additional melee damage and additional attack speed for every different weapon we have. And then on Demon, we have we get all of our materials, or half of our materials, converted to HP, and we buy items with HP, which is, in general, a huge economy boost even without Ghost Scepter. Let's see if we can make this work, though, with Gladiator and Demon. So I could pick up the Ghost Scepter, but I'm going to, because you can start with the ranged weapon even despite the Gladiator's penalty. I don't think they were able to remove these from the starting item shop, but I'm going to play the class as I think it was intended to be played, and we're going to start with a different weapon. I'm going to go with, I'm not 100% sure, so we want 6 different weapons because we're playing the Gladiator, so to maximize our attack speed we want multiple different weapons. Typically you're going to want primitive weapons on the Gladiator because it is the one that has, it's the shop tag that has 6 different weapons in it. So I think what we're going to do is start with the spear, because that will give us good round 1 wave clear, and the primitive weapon tag will give us additional HP to spend with the Demon, and of course the primitive weapon tag also works really well with the Gladiator, because we can have a lot of different weapons and thus really high attack speed. Now starting with spear does mean we're going to be attacking very slowly off the start, so I will need to be pretty careful to cluster these enemies so that we can hit multiples of them with our spear. I'm going to stand there so I make sure to hit that tree. And then I would have liked to get at least one more hit there. That would have been really good, but unfortunately we were not able to. And then Gladiator doesn't have a harvesting penalty, right? Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab harvesting because getting that going early will be really nice. I will go ahead and buy this spear because that will increase our wave clear, of course, and we have 16 HP, now down to 14 to play with, so we can roll pretty aggressively for more items. We're going to go for additional different weapons, so I'm not going to buy the other level 1 spear, because we're just looking for 6 different level 1 primitive weapons. So I will buy the hatchet, and that increases our attack speed back to 0%, and then the fighting stick and the torch. We will probably try, there are 7 melee primitive weapons, and the one that we want to get rid of is the torch, so we're going to try to get rid of that, but for now I'm just going to reroll and look for more weapons. And then I don't know what I'm going to take here. I guess the coupon actually won't come up for quite some time, but we have a lot of HP because I'm buying primitive weapons, so I'm increasing my health. We can buy a lot of items. I don't want to roll down all my money though, because some of that is going to turn into HP in future rounds. I think I'll go with one more reroll and see if I can get one more weapon, and then we'll just take the fighting stick and then save the rest of this for rerolling later on. But we now have 6 weapons, so we should be very quick at wave clear. The great thing about the Demon is you get to get a lot of items early at the cost of your HP. And then in the late game, you're just incredibly powerful because you just have a better economy than every other character. And the Gladiator is so powerful early. Can we get this tree? Nice. I feel like this class combination, actually, I was thinking it might be difficult. I think I've started playing it, and I'm revising my opinion. I do not believe this class combination will be difficult. I'm just going to take the health here. It's just additional stats for us, and then we will upgrade our hatchet, and then I guess I will roll. And there's a cactus, so we can combine this and buy a cactus. Now we have 6 different weapons, so we have 60% bonus attack speed. And then I will roll one more time, and we'll upgrade our fighting stick. And then I think, honestly, I don't need... Oh, whoops, I already had 2 fighting sticks. That's fine, we can just sell this one. I don't need to roll for specific weapons anymore, so I'm just going to buy the coupon, which will come up later on, and then roll one more time to see if we can upgrade our weapons, but stay at 15 HP. I think the way I lose this run is by going to very low HP and just randomly dying. So I'm just going to try to avoid that as much as possible. Maybe I should have turned up the difficulty for this one. I mean, we'll see. I'm getting cocky, so it's possible I will just die. And then here, I'm just going to go ahead and increase my harvesting, and then we will just take some bonus movement speed, just because it's a level 2 upgrade. I'll definitely take Scar. Scar is really good because it will give us some additional XP, and XP is also money for this character, because every time we gain a level, we get to we gain an HP, which we can then spend on items. So I'll take Scar, I'll take Beanie, I will roll. Sharp Bullet could work with my Cacti Club, but nothing else that I have is going to give us projectiles, so I'm not going to buy that. I will buy the Propeller Hat. I'm going to try to stay at 10 HP here. And then, do I want the Goat Skull for additional melee damage? I probably do, and then I will just save my money. So my goal is to just get a little... We're so strong already that my goal is to just get just a little stronger every round and start stacking up some health so that we don't just get one shot and die. The bonus movement speed is great here because it will allow us to move from enemy to enemy much faster, which is the main thing that this character needs to do, is just be near enemies, since we have all melee damage and incredible attack damage. So as we hit enemies, I will say also 2 crates with negative 20 luck is pretty insanely lucky. I'll take the head injury here for some % damage. That's great. And Cake is going to be worth 3 HP, which of course is worth 3 money in the shop. I'm going to take the melee damage here. I think I do want to increase my damage more than I wanted to try to boost my luck. I'll take luck when it shows up in the shop for relatively cheap, because it's still good to increase our luck, but it's not something I'm going to prioritize heavily. Similarly, harvesting on this character, I'd rather just focus on my stats, because I think we've got so much economy that I don't really need to build it. I'll upgrade my Cacti Club to level 3, and then we will roll, and then I guess I can upgrade the fighting stick and combine them, and that will allow me to also pick up a rock. So now we have 6 different weapons, which is great because we have plus 80% attack speed. Do a reroll here. I'm going to try to stay at 15 HP, I think. So I will buy this, and this is free. It's 2 melee damage for minus 2% attack speed, so we'll buy that. Alien Eyes could be very good later, because on Demon you will tend to have very high HP in the late game, but in the early game it's not something that I'm going to worry about. I think I will do one more reroll just to see if there's anything that I want to buy here. And I will take the Lost Duck, go down to 13 HP, that's fine. With plus 80% attack speed, I'm really not that worried about our wave clear or anything, so I just need just a little bit of damage to make sure that we can continue to wave clear. Obviously, our weapon set is a little eclectic, so it's going to slow our wave clear down a little bit, but that doesn't matter that much. I don't know, I mean, this combo is just so many free stats that I think it is just going to be a really powerful build as we go. Alright, do I take 5 harvesting? That could get us to the 20 mark pretty soon. I think I will do that. And then, honestly, just more level 2s. I'll just take more move speed. This is 3 melee damage for free, so I'll take the muscly dude. And then Peaceful Bee does cost me a damage and 2 health, but I think it's still worth grabbing here. That boosts our harvesting up to 23, so now it's growing by 2 per wave, which is great. And we're already up at 10% dodge, which will allow us to build defensive stats much sooner. I'm not going to buy Medical Turret. I could buy the Spear here, but it would require me to sell something, so I'm just going to reroll. And then let's go ahead and pick up the Lemonade and stay at 21 HP. To upgrade my weapons any further, I'm going to need to find exactly the level of the weapon we currently have, but I'm fine just sitting on all level 2 weapons for the whole game. We've already got 2 level 3 weapons, which honestly is better than you expect. We could go with like double spear, give up 20% attack speed just to have slightly better weapons, but I think it's fun and thematic on the Gladiator to actually use all 6 weapons. Like I could sell the torch for a second spear or something like that, and that would almost certainly increase our character's effectiveness, but on Gladiator I really just enjoy having 6 different weapons, because you almost never get to do that in this game. I'll take 12% damage here, and then we'll take 2 armor. Just give ourselves a little bit more damage. And even though our attack speed is incredible already, it's still worth buying coffee. Dangerous Bunny will pay for itself eventually. It's a little worse on the demon because it costs you HP and saves you materials, so you're basically saving 50% of the materials that you would save otherwise. But I think it's still going to pay for itself reasonably well. Injection is terrible on this character because it costs you more HP, but Tree is going to be good. And then I will roll one more time, and I will take the Cyclops Worm, go down to 22 HP. Next level, I'm going to hold off in the shop. I'm not going to buy too much, because I just want to boost my HP to like 40 before we fight the Elite. Our damage is great, so I'm really not worried about damaging our damage against the Elite. I just want to make sure I don't walk into its attacks and get one shot and die. Against elites, of course, is where a second spear would be really valuable as well. Oops, I shouldn't have broken that egg. I want to let these guys hatch because our damage is so good that we can get a lot of additional value from letting them hatch, since they're worth 3 materials when they hatch and only 1 if you break the egg. And it doesn't cost us any wave clear speed at all, or put us under any threat, since our damage is just so incredible. Already up to 40 HP here, that's awesome. I do want some healing, but I think I'm going to buy dodge over the HP regeneration, because we're already at 20% dodge if I do that, and that's pretty good. I think we can do better than this, so let's reroll, and I will take probably just the armor. I am still pretty happy with where my offensive stats are at, so I'm just looking for defensive stats. I'll take weird food. That solves a lot of our healing problems. I guess in combination with the lemonade we already have, that is +6 in terms of consumable healing. So luck, even with negative luck, that's still a lot of healing. -4 HP for 3 crit chance and 1 damage. I think we'll pass on the claw tree. Improved tools. We're not going to have tools. And I'm going to sell out of this torch and grab a stick. Stick is still better than torch, even with only 1 of them. And then we'll roll. We got a level 2 fighting stick, which is pretty nice, but that's not terribly useful because we already have a level 3. But we did get to recycle this rock and buy another rock. At 33 HP going into wave 8, I think it's fine. I'm not going to buy mushroom. 3 HP regeneration for 3 max health is just pretty expensive. Coupon will eventually save us some money, I think, so I will pick up the coupon. I honestly don't remember how this interacts with Demon. I think it stacks up to a discount, or you'll get a discount when you have stuff that costs 20 or more HP, which it will start to in the late game. So I think we will eventually gain HP out of this, but I could be misremembering how it works. Ugly Tooth, that's going to be pretty good. Our move speed is very good already, and this will help us keep the Elite at bay. That's one thing that I am a little worried about, is the Elite just getting too fast. And then I'm going to stay at 28 HP because I want to start increasing my health. I think the materials saved thing there is just a visual glitch, and I think how Coupon works with Demon is it only saves you money if the thing costs 20 or more HP, so only in much later waves will it actually work. But I think it is still worth buying on this character. When you have multiple weapons like this, multiple ranges of weapons, it's better to play, you just play around your shortest ranged weapon. And I'm kind of just ignoring what the spear is doing and playing as though we're just a stick build. That gives you the easiest way to make the game work. I'm going to take the Poisonous Tonic here. Of course, this is an excellent item for us. And then 10 harvesting this early isn't bad. Is it better than 6 attacks, 6 HP? Probably it is, just because we're still quite early in the level. This is going to let our harvesting start growing by quite a lot as we go. Charcoal I'm not going to take. Baby Elephant I'm not going to take. Oh, wow, we get a level 4 Cacti Club? Sure, I'll take that. And I'm going to actually just lock these 2 items, I think. Lifesteal is actually not terrible on this build because we have the Cacti Club, so that will give us a lot of lifesteal, and we have the massive attack speed from Gladiator, so we can heal reasonably well. But I want to stay on relatively high HP going into this next wave, and then we'll just sell the level 1 stick for the level 2. I have to say, also, in addition to this not being like a difficult run, we've gotten pretty lucky. I'm dropping a lot of bags from trees with negative luck, or a lot of crates with negative luck. I say this pretty frequently, but I think it's important to acknowledge when you are getting lucky. And important to recognize when you're getting unlucky, I guess. It's important to be accurate. That helps you plan your strategies better. Thanks to our relatively high consumable healing, we can wade into these groups of enemies with pretty much with impunity. I'll take a lemonade to enhance that effect even more, and then I'm going to go ahead and take... I think I'm just going to take the damage. We have 72 health, so we can buy a lot of items, and we're going to get even more going into the next wave before we have to fight the elite. I only need like 50 to be safe against the elite, so I just want to increase my damage. I'm going to re-roll this. I think we can do better. 9 HP or 4 damage. I'll just take the 9 HP, though. Duct tape, another item that I would often buy, but won't on this character because it costs us 5 health. But let's go ahead and sell this and buy this and roll. Potato cost me 7 HP, but gives me a lot of other stats. I don't know how we're finding such high-level items, given our negative 10 luck. Finding a level 4 item is very unlikely on Wave 9, even with positive luck, and with negative luck is almost unheard of, so this is quite remarkable. But you know, I'll take it, and I'll take the metal as well. And then I think I'm going to take Alien Eyes. That can actually be pretty useful for this build now that we have quite a lot of HP, and it's just going to keep going up. I'll take that, and I will take the Warrior Helmet as well. Going down to 50 HP, but that's all we really need to be able to fight the elite effectively. At this point, we would really like a piggy bank. This is one of the characters that really benefits from piggy bank is the demon, because we have so much material stacked up. If I rolled past one, it's just force of habit. I should have picked it. Whenever I'm playing a character that wants an item that normally I never take, I'm always like... I figure it's an even chance I just roll past it by habit. Kill that loot alien for another crate, which is nice. The 7 consumable healing that we have, even with our relatively low luck, is just so much healing, and given the amount of damage we do, that's way more than we need. Alright, well here's the piggy bank. I guess ask and ye shall receive. And I'll start boosting my crit chance as well. That will increase our damage more than most other things. Metal detector, I don't know how valuable this is going to be at this stage in the game, but it's probably worth picking up, and we'll take the muscly dude. I'm willing to go down to 50 HP, so I'm just going to roll for items that I think are going to be good here. I will reduce my crit chances again, though, because metal is just so good. And then I will roll again, and I will pay 1 HP for 3 melee damage here. That's totally fine. I will pay 5 HP and 4% attack speed for 10 damage. Yeah, I think I will do that. Our percent damage is our lowest damage stat right now. I guess our crit chance is our lowest damage stat, but our percent damage is low, and our attack speed is very high, so balancing those out increases our character's power quite significantly. And then Finn cost me luck. We would go back down to negative luck, but I did mention that lifesteal is actually pretty good for this character, of course, and the move speed is still great, so I am going to buy that. I will do one more reroll and see if there's anything here that I can get. I could get a level 3 torch, but I don't think it's better than any of these level 2 primitive weapons. So I'm just going to save my money because the rerolls are starting to get expensive, and we have piggy banks, so it's worth saving money as much as we can. Usually with piggy bank, you don't want to play around it. You just want to sort of pretend it isn't there, and it gives you just a little bit of passive income. But on a character like Demon that is actually going to be saving a lot of money, normally anyways, it's worth paying attention to the piggy bank. So by sitting on 400 materials, we got just 80 free materials already, which is a tremendous amount. Then that's just going to compound over the course of the waves. I'm trying to figure out why this is one of the suggested combinations. I guess maybe they just wanted one that was just really broken. Because these characters don't have a lot of interaction mechanically with one another and are just really powerful. So I'm kind of wondering what the gimmick of this combo should be. I'm going to recycle this and take this, and we'll take some armor here. Now up to 14 armor, which is great. And then, yeah, I'll continue to buy lifesteal. That will help keep us alive. I will re-roll all of this. And big arms, 12 HP for 12 melee damage. And it costs us a bunch of other stuff. I think I'm actually just going to pass. 12 melee damage is a lot. No, I should buy this. It does cost me a lot of other stats, but melee damage is one thing that we do need to increase, so I'm just going to buy it. And then I might not have if I'd known that I was getting a mastery immediately, but I'll buy that. And then I will continue to decrease my armor a little bit because crit chance is really good for this character. Do I want the goat skull? No. I am going to take mastery though, and now our melee damage is really high, and that's awesome. As well, we get to upgrade our spear. And then I'm still at 65 HP, so I'm going to do one more roll, see if there's anything here that I want. Now that I have the Alien Eyes, I think it is worth picking up Sharp Bullet. That will just let the Alien Eyes do a lot more damage, and it does still work with the Cacti Club and can increase my lifesteal off the projectiles from those as well. So it cost me 5% damage, but I think is worth it just to increase the damage output of Alien Eyes for us. We really only need as much HP as prevents us from getting one shot, because I'm going to start getting pretty good healing soon as well, thanks to our lifesteal stacking up and the Cacti Club and Alien Eyes giving, and are just generally very high attack speed. Our healing is not going to be a problem pretty soon. I'd like to increase my dodge. We got quite a lot of early dodge, but haven't gotten to increase it any further than that. And the later points of dodge, like the more dodge you have, the more valuable it is. So we've sort of invested in something that hasn't really panned out. I'm going to take the gecko here just because it's free. It's not, I've skipped these a couple times because we're not really leaving materials on the ground. Like, notice there's only 26, but I think it's better just to take it than to get 12 materials. And then this is minus 1% damage for 3 HP, so we will take it. 12% speed, I think, is honestly fine. I think getting quite fast on this character is something that I'm pretty interested in. I'm not going to take Compass, though. It's just too expensive. here. I will roll. I will take the Lost Duck. I think that's still going to be good. Padding is a lot of HP per held material, and we are going to hold a lot of materials. So I think this is a character that actually does want padding at this point. And then Bandana's a little more expensive than Sharp Bullet, so I'm going to pass on it. And 1 Pierce is plenty for this character. Blood Donation, 40 Harvesting at this stage in the game will pay for itself pretty quickly. Even just the levels will be worth it. The 1 damage per second I think we can deal with pretty easily. And then I will take Clover as well. I'm going to roll down just a little further though. And then I guess I'm going to take all of these items, maybe not the medical turret, but we'll take the bonus consumable healing. Defective steroids only cost me 1 health for a little bit of melee damage, so I think that is worth it. It's very close on the defective steroids, but I think that is worth buying. And then Bowler Hat, honestly, is probably still worth it at this point in the game. We get a lot of ticks out of it, so it's pretty good. And then Medical Turret. Now that I have the Blood Donation, I actually think I do want Medical Turret, because it also gives me a free reroll. And then I will take the Recycling Machine as well, which I think will pay for itself. Basically, I want the Medical Turret to provide supporting healing, because we don't have a lot of sustained healing. All our healing is based on consumables. So if I get myself in trouble, I wanted to have the Medical Turret on the field as something that I could fall back to. Since if I back off from enemies now, we don't have any regen, we just have lifesteal. I won't be healing. And since I have the Blood Donation, I'll be taking damage. So having the Medical Turret just adds an extra layer of safety to this character. If this was a less powerful build, I might not have gone for it, but at this point I'm really just sort of preventing worst case scenarios more than anything else. It's always an important principle in strategy. This is especially important in competitive games. When you're in a winning position, you want to think, what is the only way I could lose this game? And so focusing on the very few losing lines when you know that those are the only things that can possibly go wrong for you, I think will give you the option to mitigate those. And so the scenario I'm picturing is one where I take like 3 hits from the elite, get my health very low, don't have any consumables on the ground, and I'm taking damage from the Blood Donation. That's a way that we could conceivably lose this game. And so the Medical Turret will just overcome the Blood Donation damage and let us get back into it, give us time to find some consumables and heal back up. I don't think that this coupon will pay for itself. Actually, I guess it will. At this stage, we're going to start seeing 20 HP items, so I'll take the coupon here. I'm not going to take the fertilizer, probably, because the harvesting is good, but it costs 3 HP, which is actually a lot of XP at this point to make up those health, so I think I'm going to pass on the fertilizer here. Then I will roll and roll again. Schmoop costs me 2 HP for 2 regeneration and -2 melee damage, so definitely not, but 2 HP for 3 melee damage I think I will take. Riposte I will take. Our dodge is getting there. And then Warrior Helmet I'll take, Whetstone I'll take, and then we'll stay at 80 HP going into the Horde wave. As well, I get like 120 materials from our piggy bank. Padding is always funny on Demon because it means that as you spend out your materials, the effective economy boost of the padding decreases as well. So it sort of double dips on losing money when you spend materials, because you're both spending the materials and therefore losing them, but also losing the stored HP, which you could have spent on items. That's not a reason not to take it. In fact, I think Demon is one of the characters that can actually take padding profitably, but in some circumstances. But it is an interesting dynamic to the item. Down to 700 money, which means we had 1,400 at the end of that last wave, so we're rolling in it. Community support, I think I will... No, I'm just going to take it. We will have a lot of enemies on the field, so we're happy to take that. And then here I'm going to take 7% crit chance. I think we need that more than the melee damage. Anvil is great for this build. That's going to help us actually level up our weapons, which is something that we weren't going to be able to do otherwise. And then metal plate I will take. I think I will again pass on the duct tape. And then here I will take coffee. Coffee is still just so efficient that it's worth buying even when we have very high attack speed. And then again, 2 HP for 3 damage I think is a worthwhile trade for us. The luck, we have so much consumable healing, I should be buying stuff like Propeller Hat. And then here I'm going to spend 16 HP on Mammoth, which gives us positive HP regeneration, which is nice, but 20 melee damage obviously is great. Now we have 80 melee damage. Then I'm going to level this rock. I was really hoping to level a weapon here because it just means fewer things for our anvil to have to level up. So very happy to see that. And then we'll just take our 120 materials from our piggy bank because we have 600 in the bank. I believe at this point it would be very easy for me, like I could just stop buying items in the shop and I would still cruise to victory at this point because this combo is just so broken. We're not quite at the point where I could just take my hands off the keyboard and win, but we might get there right before the end. And that's only really because I just don't have the healing. I would really like to see a hunting trophy. That would be really nice. Rip and Tear is pretty fun. This will help chain damage across the field, so I'll take that. I'll take the Lemonade as well. I'll take 20% attack speed. Again, our attack speed's very high, but higher is still good. And we will take the padding as well. We're just going to be stocking up a lot of materials, so I think that will still be profitable. And then, because right now it's even. We spent 7 on it, but got 7. So basically, I just lost 5 movement speed by buying the padding. But as we stack up more materials, padding's going to be better. And then fin. I probably do want to buy the fin. More lifesteal and more move speed is going to be good for us as well. Tentacle is a great way to heal for this character, and then I will roll. And Tentacle again is a great way to heal for this character. Plus we get to level up our spear, so that is even less work for the anvil to have to do. 6 armor on the robot arm is perfect, and then we'll just stay on 90 HP and 700 materials. Double padding also does work pretty well with the piggy bank, because I enter into the game immediately. Gain a bunch of HP from the piggy bank. I'd love to see a stone skin. Any of the other items that convert one stat into another would be really fun for this character. I did pass on a bunch of explosion damage, then we found Rip and Tear, so obviously I could have taken that. I don't think it's usually worth it to take items that don't do anything for your current build, but might do something later on like that, but in this case it would be pretty fun to have the explosion damage or explosion size for the Rip and Tear. And then we will grab another helmet, just for more armor, and 16% damage. Our percent damage is quite low, actually, so that's a really nice increase in terms of damage output for us. Let's roll here, and nothing I want. Roll again. Extra stomach, so we will probably get something like 15 HP out of it. I'm going to see whether this pays off. I think it will be really interesting to see whether this works out or not. Upgrading the stick is great. Again, just fewer things that our anvil has to upgrade. So we're going to be able to max out all of our weapons here. And then tardigrade. The only reason to consider tardigrade is if I wanted to protect my extra stomach. This means we'll be at full HP more often, so I can more likely get extra materials from the, or extra HP from the stomach. I don't think that's worth it. I'll just take the head injury. Maybe I should have bought coupon first. I think I'm going to pass on the coupon. I don't think it's going to do anything for us at this stage. I really need to look up how coupon works with demon. It's just not one I remember. I'm sure I have looked it up at some point in the past. It is remarkable that after 8 months of doing guides to this game, there's still things that I am learning. For a goofy cartoon game about potatoes, there's an awful lot of depth here. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how that gets increased with the expansion. Of course, modding increases that even more, which is why we're doing this run, but really looking forward to the expansion. Another little muscly dude for more HP and more damage, and then I'll take the dodge. Increasing dodge is one of the ways that we can most easily make ourselves unlikely to lose. Although, or I guess decrease the tiny fraction of a chance that we could still lose this run. I'll take Blindfold and Alien Eyes, and then roll, and then Mastery for more damage, and roll. I'm sure there are times when I'm not supposed to be buying stuff because of the interaction between padding and piggy bank and so on, where I'm costing myself a lot of HP by doing this, but honestly, it's just not worth the mental effort to figure those out. I'll take Alien Magic here. I think 4 HP for 3 regeneration. Is that worth it? No, probably not. We'll just take the Shady Potion. I'm not going to worry about my HP regen. We'll never get that high enough to matter. And then I'll take the Glass Cannon and roll again. And roll one more time. Another padding, so this would cost me... So this one only costs 6, so that means the coupons are doing something. Because the previous one cost 7. So I guess I should have bought the other coupon. But I'll take the Cacti Club. Or the... Oh, no, sorry. I'm just looking at the wrong item. The Cacti Club costs 6. The padding costs 7. Never mind. But I think I will not take the padding at this point. Because we aren't going to stack up enough materials for it to be worth it. And the minus speed is definitely a downside. So... I'm going to pass on it. As much as fun as it would be to have 3 paddings. You can tell when I get in these easy runs. Especially played somewhat late at night like this one. I start checking out a little bit in terms of like paying attention to what's going on in the game because... our stats are just so high, this combo is just so broken. It's nice to play some of these super broken runs occasionally, though. Alright. Exoskeleton is great. That's all the stats that we need. Whetstone will help us not die. Dodge will help us not die. And then Adrenaline will also help us not die. All things that I care about very much. Wings increasing our movement speed. I could go up to 40%, but I don't think that matters that much. Regeneration Potion, we could go up to 2 regeneration, but again, I don't think that matters that much. Tentacle and Peaceful Bee, though, are both very useful here. Peaceful Bee is just 4 HP for 4 dodge, which is just a great trade for us, and then Tentacle is good healing. And then nothing else that I want from that shop or this shop, so let's just go on to the next wave. I'm not buying stuff like Bat for marginal amounts of lifesteal because all of our healing is coming from consumables anyways. Like, we have enough lifesteal to counteract the blood donation, but all the actual healing that we're getting is coming from consumables. There's a small amount of anti-synergy between extra stomach and blood donation. Also, I guess I considered buying tardigrade, and I can't remember if I considered it before or after I had the blood donation. Obviously, if I already had the blood donation, then there was no reason to buy tardigrade. That would not have been a good purchase. So I want to try to avoid picking up these consumables as much as possible because we will rarely be at full health, thanks to our blood donation, but we'll be at full health after the wave, except that we're the demon, so we get max HP, meaning we can never get health from the extra stomach. So I'm just realizing how that works and realizing that extra stomach was not a good purchase. We'll see how much it was worth at the end of the run, but I think that probably was not correct. I'm going to re-roll here, and we're going to go to wave 20, and what will help us at this stage? Yeah, so actually I've gained 16 HP from it somehow. I guess that's all from picking stuff up during the wave. So it paid for itself. We got 2 HP out of it. Mouse is excellent here. More enemies on the field is really good going into wave 20, because one of the ways that you can lose in wave 20 is there's just not enough stuff to lifesteal off of. Then I'll take Blindfold to get myself to dodge cap and increase my crit chance. And then let's just go ahead and go to wave 20 now. That will increase my HP and stuff, and we'll be able to kill the bosses really fast. With triple Alien Eyes, we have a lot of burst damage, so you can see if I stand in them, they just die in like one tick from the Alien Eyes. Again, don't have quite the stats to just stay AFK, but we were very close to being able to just take my hands off the keyboard and still win. So yeah, so this was an incredibly broken combo, which led me to maybe not pay the closest attention to what I was buying in the shop, but sometimes it's nice to just do a combo where you just cruise to victory. Pitchfork is a precise weapon, level 1, that does basically turns our materials into damage at a rate of 4% to, or 6 materials equals 1 damage. That's a really interesting item. It's going to increase your percent damage a lot. It scales only 75% with melee damage, but has bonus crit chance. That's a cool weapon. I think that will be worth trying out as well. Just checking our stats here. Let's see, how were the paddings doing? They were giving us 6 materials, so they were not worth it at the end of the game, just because I had spent out all my materials. The tentacles were worth a lot of healing. The bag, of course, was a champion, as always. The coupon saved me 1,000 materials. I don't know what that means in this context, but I will look that up after I play. Finding 6 little muscly dudes was really good. And then other than that, there were no major economy items, I don't think. Obviously, stuff like blood donation gave us a lot of money, but nothing that we really need to check the stats on. 16 HP on the extra stomach, so it barely paid for itself. Alright, my friends, hope you enjoyed this super broken combo. Definitely do this if you're looking for just a good time and cruising to victory. And I hope that you enjoyed the video. Of course, feel free to leave a like and a comment, and I will catch you next time. Cheers, GG.